Zion Williamson makes his debut from injury in the Pelicans debut, and we're going to recap the Pelicans Bulls preseason game number 1. Let's get into the show. All right, fellas, got 5, got Ross, got Lito. I'm already laughing.
I'm just looking at 5 face, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with him.
Man, it's cold, bro.
He's comfortable right now. Good to see you, fellas. Once again, presented to you by Company Burger and DraftKings. Let's get right into it. 5. We're going to start off with you. Let's talk about Zion Williamson. What did you think of him so far?
I mean, he looked great. He looked ready to play. His handle was better than I thought. It can get better. There was a couple turnovers, but I think he looked ready. Quick first step. Get right by you. The second jump still looked the same. Well, looked like almost like Duke Zion in a sense. I think he's more physical, right? He looks more game ready. It's just going to take him a couple games to get him in basketball, shape, game shape. But like he's prepared for sure. Like this offseason, he's prepared.
Yeah, Ross, what'd you think?
Yeah, same. I mean, you knew what to expect. I think on the offensive side, but seeing the activity on the glass and the defensive end, obviously the one chase down block, I think they called it goaltend, which was ridiculous. But just seeing that kind of stuff is like, I feel like the next level of the things that we haven't already seen, right? He's going to be efficient on offense, but I think seeing that activity level pick up on the defense in game 1, first quarter of game 1 is obviously something we can all be super optimistic about.
Yeah. I mean, Lito, we were texting, and then I think it's like second quarter, or maybe it was late first. Zion had that baseline move. I mean, not too many people are stopping that.
Nah, nothing can. The only thing you can do is pray against that. That's all you can do. Man, Zion looked good. He looked like, I mean, what everybody else has already said. He's in shape. He's not quite in basketball like shape yet, in 80, regular basketball shape, but he'll get there. The handles go clean up. I like the hustle, man. He had a couple hustle plays that were, really, really, really exciting to see. So if I would, like you said, we were texting and I was telling you, I'm like, shit, if he gonna do that, like he gonna lead the team in blocks, like
yeah.
easily.
I think the play you're talking about, Lito, it was a loose ball early in the second when like Zion like sprinted full court and almost actually got the ball. I think it might have gone out of bounds, but that's the like energy. That's like the stuff you wanted to see from Zion. We hadn't seen in a while. Ross, we'll go with you first here. I mean, Herb Jones. I was texting this, I think, to Lito, but like, I think Herb Jones overall might be our best player. Overall, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think that, not by a long shot, but I do understand. I think like what you're saying. I
mean, both sides of the ball, man.
Fair enough. The activity level, again, it's kind of the flip of what I just said about Zion. We knew he was going to be real, like, what you're going to get defensively from Herb Jones. I wanted to see the next step offensively. I said that in the last podcast, that I think of like everyone on the team that's going to play a lot of minutes. I think he has the opportunity to make the biggest difference on offense because like you just can't cover everyone. And you saw even in like little spurts tonight, there was a play where, Zion drove hard into the paint, kicks it out into the corner to a wide open CJ, knocks it out. Like you just can't guard everything. And once you've got BI back, Zion doing what he's doing, like Herb's going to get a lot of open shots. He's going to have a ton of space for cuts. Like he's got a chance to do some things on offense that are going to make a difference.
Yeah,
and he's going to have to be out there. He's going to have to be out there because of the defense. So it's a look. I'm happy that we saw what we saw again. Limited minutes, but good start.
5. I mean, he looks confident. I think that's my tweet that said offensively, he looks just way more confident about himself this year than last year.
I wouldn't go as far as saying he's the best player, but I think he's the smartest for sure.
Okay,
I think he's probably the most intellectual, natural basketball player out there. Like. I'm not saying he's like head and above shoulders over Brandon. No, I just think his instincts compared also with his just natural gifts is that's why I think he's a smart one. The passes, he's always making the right pass. He's always making the right cut. the shot, the quicker release, you can saw that on the jumper. Then defensively, he did something. I think it was like in the second quarter. He was guarding Zach LaVine. He was crouched down, denying Zach LaVine, but like trying to get behind the center who was coming down the lane so he didn't see him so he can get a steal. I was like, yo, look what kind of games he's playing versus somebody like Zach LaVine, right? You're trying to get an easy steal off him, and he's like an elite scorer. You do that against like bums. You don't do it like look who he's doing it against.
Yeah,
and he knows he can do it. So I think that's why I put him at like as like very, very intelligent.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Fab. I think overall, saying like just both sides of the ball, especially offensively, what I saw tonight. If he's going to keep that up, he's overall, I think, going to be our best player because defensively, he's our he's our best defender. And if he shot the shit out of the ball tonight. Lito, he looked confident, flick of the wrist, like very smooth.
I'm gonna shoot you some bail. You said he was the most important player on the team.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, most important. I'm sorry about that. Thank you.
Switch up your nouns, man.
I was about to say. I was about to stop this podcast again and be like, if this man says that
he's been trying to make
best player,
he's been trying to make it work all day.
Yeah,
I had to shoot him some bail. He was struggling. I think Herb looks very at home on the offensive end this year. The release looks quicker. It looks smoother. He looks like he's, you know what I'm saying? No, it's Herb. It's Herb. That was a good one though. That was a good one. Yeah, man, Herb is the quarterback of the defense. He's going to get the toughest assignments every night. He looks like he's in midseason form already. I'm going to be honest, though. He got two very weak calls tonight that, had me pissed off, super early.
Tyler Ford.
What'd you say?
Tyler Ford. That's the ref. Tyler Ford, number 39.
He got a weak-ass whistle. Najee got a call on a phantom foul. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, Justin,
Go ahead.
Well, no, I do. While we're talking about fouls, I do want to say this before we get too far off. Is that the best thing for me that I saw in this game was really not anything from Zion or any of the players. I think the thing that I thought was most important was the play in the first quarter. Or at least I think it was the first quarter when it's clearly an offensive foul. Herb goes down. I think Duke probably hit him in his nuts or something. And Willie is up off the bench in the first quarter of the first preseason game for Herb Jones not getting not picking up a foul on that play and vocally letting refs know early on, because I'll be honest, I felt like that was a spot last year, and coaches have to learn that stuff. Willie was young, but I felt like that was a spot where there were times he could have been more vocal, and he didn't have to deal with the Zion stuff last year. And so he's gonna have to pack a lunch, because there's gonna be a lot of barking at the refs for Zion not getting calls or for picking up offensive fouls. And I think sort of setting that tone this early in the season for nah, we're not playing that bullshit this year. We're not little brother this year. That stood out to me more than anything else that I saw today.
Yeah, that's a good point, Fab. You want to get in there?
I think Willie's gonna grow in that. I guess we're gonna talk rotations eventually. Again, I think that's probably something he's probably picked up on as from last year to this year. He's gonna have to do that, right? And even Stan Van Gundy even talked about that. And how many years he coached in the NBA, right? Well, he didn't do enough for that for Zion, and he ended up getting hurt. So it's the same thing, and coaches do have to learn that. One thing I think we probably should talk about is rotations, and the main culprit is Garrett Temple, right? But we texted this.
Put a suit on.
Willie has a he's consistent, right? He did the same thing to Trey. Yeah. Dyson's gonna have to take those minutes from Garrett Temple. I just hope it doesn't get all the way to damn February, March before that happens.
That's Five. You make a really good point there, Lito. I want to bring this up to a guy that I thought looked really good tonight. We've kind of dogged him for the entire summer. Devonte Graham. I mean, he looked really good off the bench. I mean, would you see from him tonight?
Man,
Looked confident.
I feel like some smart guys did a podcast couple weeks ago, man, and they said
What
this
they
guy,
say?
man, rumor has it they said this guy Devonte, he's gonna have a bounce back season.
Huh.
That's what they said.
Yep.
I
They
might go
said
buy
that.
Devontae a drink. I might go buy
Hey,
Devontae a
listen,
drink.
and at the end of the podcast, somebody pulled up a stat showing the gravity of Devontae's shots
Hmm.
and the efficiency in which he made them.
Talk to him.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. I'm not
Devonte Graham looked healthy.
He
Looked like he had his feet under him.
Ooh, 5.
He looked like he got less responsibility on his plate. Like he can just do the thing he does.
Mhm.
Oh, I could just shoot it.
Oh,
And he didn't just start out just shooting. Oh, he was trying to get to the rack, right? Oh,
Yep.
you overplayed the shot. Let me get downhill, get a foul. Let me get these free throws. Can we please make free throws?
bro,
Oh my
that,
goodness.
CJ, that was tough. I agree with that 5. Another guy, Ross, that we talked about, Jackson Hayes, sex leader list, but Jax looked really good tonight. And I can't stress the importance of how, I think Lito said this a couple weeks ago, he has to get off to a fast start. He's had bad summer after bad summer after bad summer. Tonight, he got off to a fast start.
Yeah, I think what you saw, and look, we're overreacting probably a little bit to
Of course.
just one preseason game, but it's important because this is the first time. This is like the first time we've entered any offseason with any continuity. Mostly the same roster, same coaching staff, same GM, everyone healthy. They got to do some stuff together in the offseason, doing the summer, getting all together. I think you saw us look the way we looked early on because of all of that. And so that's great. I think that's going to make a huge difference for all of those young guys, especially guys like Jackson that, like you just said, had 2 real shitty summers before this last one. And so I expect those guys to take a little mini step forward just because of the continuity, just being together all off season and just getting to play without everybody being hurt or wondering who's going to be the coach or, everything else.
Yeah, Lito, I mean, we talk about Jackson and screening and rebounding. Well, tonight goes 7 of 8 from the field, grabs 6 boards. I don't know if he's still in the game, but I mean, that's stuff you wanted to see from him.
The points don't matter to me. The thing with Jackson that matters to me is I saw him giving effort. I saw him getting the rebounds he was supposed to get. It's still some things, he'll have to clean up on the defensive end. The thing with him though, like me and you were texting, if he can play fast, he can get in the open court, like he's gonna get points just because he's that athletic. He's playing with a guy like Jose who obviously can probe the lane and throw it up and he'll get it. But like the little effort things are the things to me that are big with Jax.
100%. 5, another guy. I mean, if you want to talk about Jax, but I want to talk about another guy, 5, who I was pretty impressed with, still in the game right now, is Dyson Daniels. I know if you look at the box score, you can be like, he went like 0 for 4, 1 for 5 from the field, whatever he is right now. But I saw some things tonight, 5, especially with passing, that looked really good from him.
Not really just passing defensively, like
defensively, too.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Him being able to play help side, like again, really good instincts, long arm, can play multiple. Like he looks like a point guard, right? Yeah. Like there's of course there's holes in his game. He has to get a better shot, but I mean, this is only one preseason, and he's going to get more comfortable. And when you play with good players, you become better, right? He's going to be playing with Zion. He's going to be playing with Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum. You get to practice against them every day. So I can anticipate him getting better at this. Yeah.
I mean, Ross, look, Dyson Daniels goes 2 for 11 from the field, 0 for 4 from deep. But I mean, he's a 19-year-old, first preseason game. I mean, would you see from him? Because I really didn't think. I mean, people look at the box score, he looked like shit. Yeah. I don't think so.
No. It's just the jumper, the shot, and then I mean he's got to get a little stronger and stuff. I mean, the one thing that just stands out, and 5 just said it. That dude's long as shit.
Yeah.
Like he takes up a lot of space defensively whenever he's just got his arms out. Like you can tell, like you could put him out there defensively today, and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to miss a step. And the other part, he looks comfortable, like initiating the offense. He looks comfortable handling the ball. It looks like I think 5 just said it best. Like he plays like a point guard. And so I see that feels like the progression But, he's still got a little work to do with the rest of the offensive game. I think it seems like a really sophisticated passer, and he seems really comfortable handling the ball. And I think he's going to – if you needed to play him defensively right now, you could. That's really all you're asking for. I mean, we're not asking this dude to come in and score 20 a night. I mean, We're talking about a handful of minutes here and there, play hard defensively, do what you're supposed to do on the offensive side, and keep getting better. I mean, that's basically what we saw.
Lito, I know if you want to talk about Dyson, but Jose Alvarado, 6 rebounds, 4 assists tonight, by the way.
Can I speak on Dyson real quick? Magic Dyson, the behind the back wraparound pass to the three, the read and react on the block, on
the stink on I think it was Vucic or whatever.
Yeah, on Vucic. The ability to probe the lane at what is he 6'7", 6'6", 6'7"?
He looks tall.
He looks tall as hell, man.
Like he stands out size.
I'm with Ross and Five. Like I truly believe his natural position is point guard. I think obviously he won't be able to be the general of this team for a while because of who we have, and just because he has to grow. But yeah, man, I love everything I saw from Dyson. Jose he came back from right where he left. Like Jose ain't miss a beat, ain't drop off nothing. I'm expecting. The thing about Jose is as a basketball player, he understands who he is and he understands what he does. So I don't really there's no real highs and lows because he's coming in, his game is not like fancy or pretty. He's gritty, he's grimy, he's gonna do the dirty work, he's gonna get people involved, he's gonna probe the lane, he's gonna get easy layups. That's what
I'll say you put it diplomatically. Jose's a fucking pest. We've all spent a lot of time on basketball courts. You don't want to see that dude in anywhere. He's a fucking pain in the ass, is what he is. That dude's in your shit the whole time.
When we started
going
the
100 miles an hour. I don't want to. You don't ever want to play with that dude. Play against that dude ever. Period. I don't care whether you're big, small.
He got the back tip. Like, well, he didn't get it, but he back tipped somebody hoping that his teammate would pick it up. But like he started off like, look at this preseason. He already doing this.
Going 100 miles an hour. He's a pest.
He had a dime tonight, Lito, where I think he drew 2, exactly like it was a layup and just bounced it. It was just a perfect little pocket pass and it was just a layup. I mean, he went to 5.
A couple of them, man.
Yeah, he had a couple.
One of Larry Nance and
like 5. We talked about this. Like I think when you first came and joined the podcast, like you talked about intelligent players, high IQ guys. I mean, you just rattled off 3 in Dyson, Herb, Jose, not to mention Brandon, CJ, and we talked about high IQ. You need high IQ players. I feel like you got a lot of them now.
I can honestly say that Jackson Hayes got smarter. Like he did stuff today. Like I was like, all right, like this made basketball sense. Like this is what we talked about. Like how does the team get intellectually smarter? Like because we hadn't seen it. We were doing the same old same year after year. Like how can this coaching staff increase the basketball intelligence of the entire team, not just individual players, but the collective? Like, are we going to continue to do the same things or are we going to change it? And as you look, we were doing very, very smart things. We might have missed shots, whatever. We were doing the right things. Yeah. And I think that's what we saw the benefit of it today. Larry Nance looked really nice.
I'm glad you brought him up. He actually did. Lito, go ahead.
I mean, so one thing to Five's point about Jax, as a fan of basketball, as a fan of the team, like I often say this, man, if you play well, I'll speak about you playing well. If you play bad, I'm going to speak about you playing bad. I reserve the right to change my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I reserve the right. I change every day. I don't care. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everything that Jackson did tonight. Like, it was exciting to see. I hope he keeps going down this path. Larry Nance is a professional basketball player, a person who, again, understands his role on the team, understands the things he does well and the things that he does not do well. Larry Nance extended his range. It's adding on to his game is something that like is going to be a plus for this team because you know, as an athlete, you know, you only have so many jumps, and the skill things are the things you pick up along the way. You know, Larry is a smart screener. He's a smart defender. One more thing about Jax, I did like every time there was something he didn't understand or there was something that he wanted clarification on, he went to the guard immediately. I noticed that he went to Devonte. He was not barking, but he was speaking. He was having a conversation with Jose at the free throw line. So these are signs that he is getting it. I like it.
Yeah, I completely agree. But I was going to mention that I just looked at the box score, but I think in the first half the Pelicans hit 10 threes. And I was going to text you like, hey, double digit in threes, like we talked about, right? They haven't hit a three in the second half, but if they're going to shoot like that, if Herb Jones and Najee Marshall, I'm not expecting Najee to be, but if Herb Jones can be a 36-37% 3-point shooter, I don't know how you guard the team. They're unguardable. They're unguardable. I don't know. I mean, I think it was Stan Van Gundy actually tonight said that they might have the best offense in the league. And I don't disagree.
If we're just talking like, you're going to get wide open jumpers. That's what's going to come. Like, basketball is a math game, right? You're going to send two at Zion because going one-on-one, he's going to score. You got one-on-one with Brandon, he's probably going to score. You go one-on-one with CJ, he's probably going to score. So you go one-on-one with Jonas, he's probably going to score. So somebody's going to have to just knock down practice jumpers. Who can knock the practice jumpers down? Somebody we wanted to see tonight, but we really haven't talked about. What happened to Trey Murphy?
I thought that was interesting. We've been in practice all week. We hadn't heard anything about Trey on the foot, so that was interesting. So it's a foot soreness. Hopefully he's okay, but we're a little banged up. You know, you got Trey's hurt, Brandon with the toe, and now you got Herb with the rib. So hopefully they can get healthy. We're gonna keep doing this every game with a post game recap, about 15-20 minutes. Now Chris Connor's about to host Spaces on Twitter. Once again, this is brought to you by DraftKings. The NFL action's in full swing here at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. New users, if you bet $5 on any NFL team to win and use code BOOT, you win $200 in free bets. Once again, you must be 21 years or older. Thanks for joining the stream. We will be back Friday night, Pelicans home opener. Who's it against? Y'all know? Is it the Pistons?
I knew.
Nah. Hold on. Hold tight.
I can tell you.
They're gonna like y'all.
I don't know why I'm blanking on that.
The Pistons.
Pistons.
Oh,
okay.
Jaden Ivey coming into town.
Your man's coming through. The Ferrari's
coming through.
I might have to pull up.
I should have said this, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We will see y'all later.